Good morning, it's Barbara. It's kind of dreary outside. I actually didn't go out. Well, I think I'll just be in for my video today. It is not raining, but it's not lovely. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Cheers. I will confess I've had a little bit of this because I have a new phone. So I was, on my phone. But before I tell you about my new phone, I have big news that I have permission to tell you. My daughter Christy, who many of you know because she has the Christy's Corner needlework, Christy's Corner floss tube, which I always link below, has been promoted. Starting August 1st, she will be the chair of her department, which is history, political science, and geography at a small public university in Mississippi. I don't think she ever says exactly what a university is, so I won't either. But needless to say, well, I'm not sure Dennis and I can be any more proud of her. I mean, seriously, we've been so proud of her for so long, but we're really proud of her. And she's going to make an amazing chair of that department. That department is going to sing with her, with all her great ideas and her enthusiasm. And I'm so excited for her because this is really where she wanted to go and what she wanted to do. And now it's going to happen. And I'm tickled. Anyway, that's my big news. It's not my big news. It's Christy's big news that I get to tell you. I asked permission. Anyway, so that's exciting. That's exciting. Way down the list of exciting is I got a new phone yesterday. And, well, Dennis ordered it for me the other day. I told you that my old phone was heating up and which had him concerned, lithium batteries, exploding and causing fires and things. He didn't even want me to put it into charge overnight. I'm like, okay. Well, that was last night because I was charging this phone too. So that one is on the internet, but it's no longer, the one I text with and everything. So anyway, so quite a bit of last evening was him doing all the work to set it up. I had an iPhone previously, and this is a Samsung, not iPhone, that other Android. That other operating system, the one. So it's an Android, so I've never used an Android, but I have an Android tablet, and we use Microsoft products on our laptops and things. We don't. So my phone was the only Apple product in the house. And since he's tech support, he was actually pretty happy to be able to say, Apple don't know nothing whenever I had problems. In fact, Vicky was my tech support because she has an iPhone. But when Vicky decided to get her mom a smartphone, she had Dennis get a Samsung because he was going to have to be her tech support. So all the phones in the immediate family here are all Samsung. So anyway, my phone came yesterday. It's quite pretty. It's a rose gold color. And I got a cover for it, but it's a clear cover and it's got a little flip thing so that it has a stand. So I'm very happy with the cover and the stand. I had gotten the iPhone because my hand is quite small. This is not as big as Dennis's. It's a little bit bigger than my iPhone, but well, it feels like it's quite a bit longer than my iPhone. So it feels bigger. It is bigger, but it's not too big for my hand. And I never did have a case for the iPhone, just to keep it as small as possible. But some of the iPhones that you can buy now are much bigger than the one I have, although Vicky got a new one fairly recently and it's the same size. So I could have gotten a smaller phone, but I decided to ditch Apple and go with the Android, so Dennis could be my tech support. But I did warn him. I said, you know, do you really want to do this? Because you know how I am. I get very frustrated with technology, to tell you the truth. And I'm really whiny and bad, and, you know, I don't actually throw things, but you know what I mean. You know, temper tantrumy when tech does not go my way. Dennis is a saint. So anyway, I said, are you sure you want me to have, you know, you to be in charge of my phone? So anyway, he actually was able to get my phone pretty much set up with minimum attitude from me, I have to say. I was really happy that I hadn't abused him nearly as badly as I thought I would. Poor Dennis. But the problem is passwords. What's the password for this? What's the password? Now, I can guess my password because I have a password scheme. I think I've told you my password scheme before, where I have a randomish word that I combine with something on the website, you know, the name of the website or whatever. For each, so I have a different password for everything. And it's based on like the name of the company or the website or something like that. And so I can guess my password 90% of the time. But I built my scheme back in the day before they got so persnickety about passwords. So my basic scheme doesn't include a number or a special character. So, but I've told my scheme to other people, and they have thought it would help them too. Because the problem is you don't want to write down your passwords. Now, my password plan. My password plan would not protect my accounts or anything. Well, I don't use that exact thing for my bank and everything. I have a completely different password for my bank and stuff. But would not protect my accounts if somebody figured out what my word was that I combined. So they could guess too. But that's not really the worry these days about passwords. It's, you know, you don't have a password on your laptop. Well, maybe on your laptop. If you lose your laptop, somebody else could find it. But you know, you don't have people in your house who are going to rummage around on your computer and do bad things. That's not what you're trying to protect from these days. You're trying to protect from, you know, when DSW gets hacked and all their credit card numbers and everything get stolen, or all their passwords and stuff, and then people try to use the same password. You know, that just, you know what I mean. Massive breaches all in different places, and then they take the information they find and they try to use it in other places, your login and password. So if you use the same password in more than one place, then it's possible that somebody on the, you know, black net or something could sell your stuff, whatever, anyway. But that doesn't always work. The password thing doesn't always work because lately they have, you know, so I have to come up with a way to add a number and whatever, and sometimes I don't remember. My other problem is sometimes I can't figure out who I'm logging into. Is it Google? Is it Microsoft? Is it, you know, anyway. So re-logging into things and figuring out the password for things can be stressful sometimes when you have to redo everything, which you do with a new phone. So, but the bright side is that because I have a new phone and a new, you know, a new browser, when I go to Wordle, it's like I'm a new account. So the fact that I didn't guess the word 2 days ago, erased. I missed the word. It's one of those words, you know, that has you got the last four and you got to guess the first one, and there are too many choices, and well, my problem is I do it alphabetically, and half the time it's at the bottom of the keyboard, not alphabetically, across the keyboard to try to figure it out. Anyway, it's like a fresh start for my Wordle. I got today's in 3. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's what I did last night. Well, I did that and I read a book. I read another Adrian McKinty book. But I was busy all the way up till 5 o'clock. Because as soon as I got the video up, I drove Vicky. I didn't get home. I drove Vicky to the airport and stopped at the store on the way home to pick up the red peppers for the red pepper soup. And I didn't get home till like 12:30. And then I needed to make crackers. So Dennis was just finishing up making the paneer. So I made the cracker dough. And then we walked the dogs. And then we fed the dogs. Then I had to roast the red peppers, so I did all the work to get them ready to be roasted and put them in the oven. And then I organized, made the crackers. Anyway, and then I had to peel the peppers. Dennis helped me with that because I complained. Because he was supposed to be making me this soup because I was taking his sisters to the airport. And then he was going to make me soup. And here I was doing all the work and I got, at least help me peel them. So he did. It's not his favorite thing though. He does not like to get his hands dirty. Like sticky and Anyway. By the time the dust settled and I got the crackers made and all the peppers ready for the soup and everything, it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's all like a whole day. So I read my phone for a while, and then the doorbell rang, and it was the delivery of my new phone, and well, that was that, So Dennis worked on my phone, and I helped him, so that was off and on while I was reading my book. And that was my day. There you go. The whole thing in a very long nutshell. The soup was delicious. Dennis made me the roasted red pepper soup. I had ordered that when I was out with my sister, and it was yummy. She got it too, and we loved it. And so we got the list of ingredients from the chef. He said, I can't give you the recipe, but I can give you the list of ingredients. So Dennis used that list of ingredients to make me red pepper soup, which was delicious. It wasn't exactly the same, but it was really, really good, and he made lots of it, and so I'm excited. I have soup. I'm gonna try it cold today. I don't know how that'll work. He used a chicken stock base, which turns to, might turn it to gelatin when it's cold. We'll see. So, you have to use like a veggie stock base if you want to have a cold soup. Anyway. It was wonderful, and I'm looking forward to having it again today. So there you go. That's it in a nutshell. I have my new list because I started to realize that my mental list was getting cluttered and made me think, a couple of these things are moved over from my other list. Dennis also has a list. He's not happy when he has a list. When his list isn't, do things with his wine or do this cooking thing. Sometimes his list gets long and he's like, ah. Oh, one new thing on my phone. I can pause. I paused you. My old phone I couldn't pause. So if I went to turn on a light or something, I couldn't pause it. It would just make 2 videos. But now I have a pause. Sometimes I want to make 2 videos if I want to put something in between. But, so anyway. And also I did a little test last night to make sure I could do this today. And I thought the quality of the video was better. Seemed like my wrinkles showed up a lot better. I don't know. I don't actually think that's a good thing. But tell me what you think. Think the quality is better of the video itself? Anyway, I guess that's it. That's it. So I have a fancy new phone. We'll see how this works out. My other one wasn't holding the charge very long. Did I say that? It was getting hot, but it was also not holding the charge. It felt like it wasn't holding the charge very long. So I'm going to be paying attention to how, you know, it was 100% when I got up this morning. After 12 minutes, it was at 97. So that means 1% every 3 minutes. 4 minutes. Math. Every 4 minutes, so 100% would be 400 minutes, right? 400 minutes is what, like 8 hours? 7 hours? 7? Anyway. That should be enough. So, I mean, you know, we'll see. But that wasn't making videos. Making videos and watching videos take more juice, I think. So we shall see. I'll be curious. But meanwhile, I have a prettier phone with a cool cover that turns into a stand. So that's fun. And we'll see how it goes. The other thing is, there's like a dozen apps on my phone. My old phone had pages and pages of apps. Well, I think it started with like a page of apps before I even started it, you know, but I ended up with pages and pages of apps. And we'll see if I miss them, which ones I end up adding. You know, I went through last night and added all the ones I use regularly, which only turned out to be like 12. So there you go. Oh, I need a calculator though, now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, it's a big event. We don't do much. But I have a new list. We'll see what I do today. I haven't been feeling particularly energetic. We'll see how I do. Anyway, please take good care of yourselves. Please stay safe and stay sane.